Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is very powerful portal. So the word is intention, and I wanted to start this at February 2nd at 2:22. And so really anchoring in that multiplication, that amplification energy, and excited to experience this, to show up in this way. So, working with the intention. So, let's back up slightly and take a breath. So, a couple of things that I want to share that I've been doing are really anchoring in. And this is something that I've always done, is really anchoring in with the breath, and yet sharing more about that, because understanding that breath is life. And the more that we come back to life, the more we self regenerate, right? So, thinking about I'm integrating a year of grounded leadership for 2026. So, I want to be honest, I always focus on that grounded leadership, and yet it felt really powerful and important to actually say the thing, to verbalize what I do, and to really pull back the curtain. I said before I've shared before, I'm a show and tell person, and really, because for me, it's one thing to say something, it's one thing to do something, and then to integrate all of your senses takes it to the next level. So my intention is to have these contexts to be short and more of them, so that as I hear response, as I hear interaction, maybe some questions about what you would like to see more of, or as I go deeper into the exploration and the explanation and the energies that are happening in real time, then there'll be more of either video or audio. So, once again, I'll center in with my breath, come back to alignment, and be present. Living with intention, setting your intention, what that looks like. So, very fluid. We set the context for the year of I am presence, energy, frequency, responsibility. All of that is set with that intention of saying, I'm here. It's the one. January 1, 1, I am the one that creates my life. I am the one that co creates my life. So now we have two coming into the February and saying, am going back to walking one foot in the spiritual world, one foot in the physical world, and saying, I work with the calendar that most people work with, and I also work with the cosmic calendar, as in the moon cycle, as in the seasons, as in the honoring the human cycle. And seeing that wise woman come forward is really powerful. So, setting our intention. So, setting and going back to January being I am, and then the new moon, January new moon, we really honored that I am energy, I am frequency, I am presence, and set the intention to be more of that, to be not even more, but more grounded in that, right? It's not that we have to do more, because really, as we experience more in life, it's more of this alignment that's going to bring us where we desire, right? So now, here we are. February 2, we are in, we have the I am, and then integrating. And when we look at integrating, the I from integration or integrating is our intention. Because if you've been in my world very long, you know that I live with intention, that I encourage everyone to set your intention so that you experience what you desire in life and release the expectation from the intention and show up with the alignment and allowing spirit, our co-creator, to do some magic too, right? Because if it's all our energy, like I know as a human, I am very limited, right? That is a limitation as our humanness. But as I lean into the co-creation part, the creator part, the I am presence part, that everything gets amplified, that it gets multiplied, that it gets really, it's this compounding energy is what we're working with, right? Because it's this very much this dance of the focus that we have, playful, pulling in and saying that we're looking at all the different focuses for the year, and yet we're taking them in a sequence so that we don't get overwhelmed. So, laying the groundwork once again. And I do this for me. If it's redundant, if it feels redundant for you, then you can always fast forward, because I will take the first part of these videos of what I share and kind of go back over it, because I think as a reminder to of our purpose, of where we're going, of what that intention looks like, that if we, as we share, go over it, it becomes the habit, right? So seeing that part of our life being a place of that integrated part. So that's how it becomes integrated, is that through habit, through repetition, through allowing. And so back to intention, and specifically intention with manifestation, because when you look at a lot of times, like, we're always manifesting, right? And this is where going back to and bringing the unconscious conscious so that we can manifest, I want to say easier, but it really is, it's more conscious, right? So it's, and we do that with our intention, because a manifestation is the physical part. When we talk about manifestation, it's the physical of the intention of whatever was set in motion. So whatever that looks like, but the manifestation part is seeing the tangible results of whatever that intention was that you put forth. And so going back to and saying we're setting our intention. And so it can be for the day, it can be for an hour, it can be for a moment, to be present, right? Like intentions can be very powerful, or they are very powerful. Not just can be, but they are extremely powerful when used with conscious awareness. And so the key is when we set an intention, is to release the expectation, because anytime that when we have an intention, there's always an expectation, right? Otherwise, what's the point? And I find myself saying that quite a bit, thinking, it's like, what's the point to something? And when you know what the point is, that goes back to why you set the intention, why you're wanting a manifestation, why, because otherwise then we would spin, it's that insanity, like spinning our wheels in nothing, or distraction, or whatever that looks like. And yet, when we say, hey, I want to experience something different, then I'm going to set the intention to take a different action, to be in alignment with whatever it is that I have laid out in the I am. So I am the CEO of my life. I am actually the empowered CEO of my life. And what does it mean for me to be empowered? So that means that I'm in my power. And so going back to the intentions that I set, those are conscious decisions that I am making to stay in my power, to be the CEO, empowered CEO of my life, so that I experience what I desire from that place of alignment, not working harder, it's working smarter, not harder, and really owning what it is that I'm putting forth out into the world. And so what that means is to show up. So looking at specifically going back to my identity. What is it, my identity? How do I show up? And for me, I choose to show up empowered. I choose to show up in my power, not to be overpowering, because I don't see that that really benefits anybody, but to be in my power. That means in my body, meaning that I am living with intention to be in the light, to be in the presence of my standards, what that looks like. And so going back to setting your intention, so that gets to be, once again, for you, what does that look like? What does that look like? Do you want it to be for the moment? Do you want it to be for the day? Do you want it to be for a week, for a month, a year? You like and really I want to encourage you to look at your life like dancing, like we're doing different dance steps, like going back into the rhythm of saying, not making anything wrong or negative. It's saying that I'm present and I'm choosing to live my life as an experiment, and to really see what's possible when I surround myself with people who say, or don't say, like, don't try to bring me down, but they actually encourage me, or once again, not discourage me, but just allow me to be, because I am a human with all of those feelings, and yet I'm choosing to live in my full potential in this realm of possibility. So anything's possible when I continue to show up empowered, in my power, and living in that place of I intend to show up. I intend, with the intention, not even intend, but the intention of treating people like I desire to be treated, like being present, feeling my life force, doing things that I know will benefit my health, mind, body, and spirit, because it's our holistic body that we're working with, and then doing more of what lights me up. So your intention is personal to you, whatever that looks like. Take mine if that resonates, or choose something that feels more in alignment with you. So for me, I personally try to be the best person I can be. And with each moment, I choose to live with intention to be that person, to be the best version. And yet, I am human. I am not perfect, and there's no perfection for a human. And trying to even be perfect, like that's it's something that we've been told, or some of us have been told, but really there is no perfection. So the perfection is the progress. The progress is the perfection. And so I hope this is helping. And if you have questions, I'm happy to answer any of that. And I look forward to exploring this month with the intention and with this presence, and so grateful to be here. Thank you. I love you, and I will see you soon.